Hi, I'm Doug Bradshaw. In the following video, I'm going to show you how I converted one of my softboxes so that I could be a hybrid photographer. As a matter of fact, that device that I converted is illuminating this introductory video. So enjoy, and I hope you learn something. All right, today we're going to modify the back plate of a 4x3 Larson softbox to be able to use the craft CFLs that we purchased from Home Depot. Suzette Allen's been using them in her softboxes. Because of her videos, I know that we use the same softboxes. But I also have a 4x6 that I've modified. This is for my 4x3. We're doing the video here. I'm actually using 8 of the CFLs to illuminate this area while doing the video. We've done a custom white balance using the color checker passport from X-Rite. Right? And I've pre-made some things. Now what I've done to start is pre-drilled holes on the edge. Now this is the wrong one. I'm using the 2-inch holes, 2-inch from this corner in and on each side, and then I have to wire them together to produce hook them all up in parallel. I'll explain that in a minute. What I'm using are these Servolite porcelain sockets with the mounting bracket and screw terminals. You can see the mounting bracket here and the screw terminals. These are going to mount right here with appropriate 8 32nd thread screws. And I pre-made little wiring harnesses that I'll use to hook each one together. The black wire is going to go to the bronzy color terminal. The white one is going to go to the silver one. Hooking up in parallel electricity, which is what's in our homes and is a general way things are wired nowadays. You take the black wires and they all go to the same terminal, and you put the white wires to the silver terminal so that they're all white to white, black to black. And we'll do that for all the terminals that I have in each porcelain socket. And then what I'm going to use, because the wires are exposed here, this thing here you can get either Lowe's or Home Depot. It's called liquid tape. So instead of trying to tape electrical tape over these, because this is metal, I don't want this voltage, 110 volts, touching this plate. It'll short out. So I'm going to use this liquid tape and just paint it over here to cover over the terminals so that we're nice and safe. And then for the last one, I've taken a old cord from my computer, and that had the plug-in terminal, and put these U terminals on there so that it'll go into the last terminal, and I'll be able to put the CFLs in each socket, plug it in, and test that first, and then we'll see what it looks like in the softbox. Okay, here you can see where I've got the first two wired together. Black is going to the brassy terminal, the white's going to the silver terminal. Black is where the main power comes in and goes through the device and goes out the white back to the ground. I will continue on wiring these together, putting the black wires on the brassy terminal and the white on the silver. I won't bore you wiring all 8 together, but I'll show you the end result. All right, I have all 8 of the porcelain sockets wired together in parallel. In other words, black to black, white to white, black on the bronze terminal, the white on the silver terminal. And what I'm going to do right now is I have one of the CFLs here. I'm going to test the whole circuit, say that 100 times fast. Socket circuits. I'm going to screw in the CFL and then I'm going to plug it in to a power outlet I have next to me here. All right. Okay, I know it's fairly bright. It's probably over bright on you, but you can see that that's on. I'll unplug that wire. Well, that was the last one in the series of parallel sockets. Here's the first one where the power is coming in. So I'll screw that in. So we know the power is going all the way through to here. I'm just going to check the first one. I'm not going to do all 8 for you because that's sort of silly. And that works. So the whole circuit's working. Now the next step that I'm going to take is to put the liquid tape on the ends of these terminals so they're covered, so I won't short circuit any of the sockets and therefore damage my backplate or the socket or the bulbs. Okay, now you can see that I have all 8 porcelain sockets wired together. The liquid tape has dried, and now it's time to assemble or mount these onto the back plate of my Larson softbox. Okay, here are the 8 porcelain sockets. I've taken the liberty of attaching it permanently to the back plate here with the screws. What I'm doing is I'm taking these 8/32 screws. I'm putting a lock washer on the inside, and these are going on the inside. It's going through here, through here, the bracket. A larger lock washer is going in between the back plate. Excuse me. This washer is going here. This is going through the back plate, then through here, and then a nut is locking it onto the back plate. I didn't want these to wiggle around, so I'm using 2 small lock washers to secure the porcelain sockets onto the back plate with a small screw and nut. So I'll continue to do this through the other 7 here. And I'll put some CFLs in there and I'll plug it back in and see how we do. So here's our completed back plate to a 4x3 foot Larson softbox that I've modified to be able to do talking portraits. We have 8 of the porcelain sockets mounted to that back plate. We bolted them on there with 8 30-second screws and lock washers. Made these little wiring harnesses. Took a plug off out of an old computer. Made the cord for it. All right. You might be wondering why go to this trouble to do this. Well, I already own 6 of these guys. 6 photogenic power lights. All my soft boxes are Larson's that have the quick release ring for the photogenics. Why wouldn't I want to use something that I already have? All right, all you do is take the speed ring, put it on the photogenic, and it's on there. Just like if it was just an ordinary softbox. But now I have the ability to put 800 watts of daylight, balanced, continuous lighting in the softbox for me to use to do talking portraits or any other filming that I might want to use it for. It's a power cord, like I said, we're already plugged in. And here's CFL1. I'm going to put in the first one, and I'm going to put in the last one. Notice these 2 sockets here, there's no wire connecting them at all. So power comes all the way through over to here. And because we're wired in parallel, we get the current all the way through. The circuit. Now this is the opposite of, I'm changing my aperture here now so you can see the CFLs working. Christmas tree lights are wired in what they call series. So if you have one bulb go out, a whole string or a whole section of a string will go out. We don't want that with these. We want all the bulbs on. If one bulb goes out, we want the rest to stay on. That's why we use what's called parallel wiring, where the black goes to black, the white goes to white. To show you that these other sides work, I'll put in a couple more CFLs. Should I put one right here? And one right here. So the next step is to show you how well these work to illuminate a portrait in the 4x3 foot Larson softbox. So here we go. Here's our back plate, porcelain sockets wired in parallel, 8 CFL bulbs that will go into the softbox.